join us for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. There's a moment when you realize all the things they said were lies. It's time to open up your eyes, 'cause we were made to fly.
Look What Brown Can Do by T. Marie Harris. Illustrated by Netta Ivanova. Read to you by T. Marie Harris. To Dearest and Papa, thank you for showing us exactly how much Brown can do. Look what Brown can do. Brown can inspire through art, and I can too. Gordon Parks. Brown can become one of the most celebrated photojournalists in the U.S., as well as the first Black to write, direct, and score a Hollywood film. Meta Vo Warwick Fuller. Brown can become one of the most imaginative Black artists of her generation, as the first Black female sculptor of importance. Palmer Hayden. Brown can pursue his passion for over 30 years before becoming a renowned painter who contributed to the artistic community well into his 80s. Look what Brown can do. Brown can be a business success, and I can too. Robert L. Johnson. Brown can become the first Black billionaire by creating the first cable television network aimed at Black Americans, BET, then later become the first Black majority owner of a major American sports league. Janice Bryant Howroyd. Brown can start her own business, grow it into a global operation, and become the first Black woman to own a billion-dollar company. Reginald F. Lewis. Brown can become a successful investor at his own venture capital firm, leading him to be the first Black American to own and build a billion-dollar company. Look what Brown can do. Brown can move the world through music, and I can too. Wynton Marsalis. Brown can win 9 Grammy Awards and become the only artist to win Grammys in both jazz and classical genres, then go on to become the first musician ever to win the Pulitzer Prize for Music. Kazem Abdullah. Brown can become one of the most watched conductors on the international stage, listed as one of the top 5 young rock stars of the conducting world. Leontine Price. Brown can become the first Black American to sing lead at the Metropolitan Opera and the first Black American to gain international acclaim as a professional opera singer, winning 19 Grammy Awards, more than any other classical singer. Look what Brown can do. Brown can lead in government, and I can too. Former President Barack Obama. Brown can be elected as the first Black American editor of the Harvard Law Review, elected to the U.S. Senate with the largest electoral victory in Illinois history, and become the first Black American president of the United States. Former Attorney General Loretta Lynch. Brown can become the first Black American female to hold the office of United States Attorney General. Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Brown can become the world's first elected Black female president and Africa's first female elected head of state, then later become the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. Look what Brown can do. Brown can change the world of medicine, and I can too. Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. Brown can open the first hospital to employ and serve Black and white patients side by side and become the first surgeon to successfully perform open heart surgery. Percy Julian, Ph.D. Brown can become the first Black to earn a Ph.D. in chemistry and make an important discovery that becomes the foundation for medicine doctors use all over the world. Dr. Alexa Kennedy. Brown can become the first female doctor to treat the brain, spine, and peripheral nerves, a neurosurgeon, and help invent an important device that treats fluid in the brain. Look what Brown can do. Brown can express through the arts, and I can too. August Wilson. Brown can become a self-taught, two-time Pulitzer Prize and Tony Award-winning playwright and be the recipient of the first Broadway theater to be named after a Black American. Dr. Maya Angelou. Brown can become an internationally acclaimed author, poet, actress, and singer, and make literary history as the first Black American woman to write a non-fiction bestseller. Misty Copeland. Brown can become one of the first Black dancers to play the leading role in a top company's production of Swan Lake, and be the first Black American female soloist in 20 years at the American Ballet Theater. Look what Brown can do. Brown can invent to change the world, and I can too. Jessie Russell. Brown can become one of the key pioneers to the invention of the modern cell phone by creating over 75 inventions in digital cellular technologies, dual-mode digital cellular phones, and digital software radio. Marie Van Britten Brown. Brown can change the home security market as we know it today by inventing the first camera-monitored home security system. Frederick McKinley Jones. Brown can create over 60 world-changing inventions, including a portable air conditioner for trucks carrying food, a portable X-ray machine, sound equipment, and gasoline engines. Look what Brown can do. Brown can be an all-star athlete, and I can too. Vincent Bo Jackson. Brown can have a successful career in both Major League Baseball and the National Football League and become the only athlete named All-Star in 2 major American sports. Pele. Brown can become one of the best professional soccer players to ever play the game, winning 3 World Cups and scoring more competition points than any other player. Althea Gibson. Brown can become the first Black player to compete on the Women's Professional Golf Tour, the first Black athlete to play international tennis, and the first person of color to win a Grand Slam title at the French Open. Little Brown, we're so proud of you. When you grow up, what might you do? Always remember, you can too.
Good morning, CRE, staff and scholars. Today I come to you with just joy and excitement because it has been a long time since I have seen you all. So I am so excited that I get to share this last Friday in the month of February with all of you. So I hope that you all have enjoyed teaching and learning this month of February. I want to say a very huge thank you to all of our scholars who did such an amazing job on your Black History Month projects. I hope that you will continue to honor and celebrate the contributions, not just of our African American community, but all of our brothers and sisters around the world who have contributed to the United States and the world as a whole to make our lives a better place. So, scholars, this month in February, our focus was on forgiveness. Last month in January, we were looking for jewels that we have inside of us, and we were looking for opportunities to polish those jewels and let them shine. So I had a whole markup and a list of things to talk to you all about in the month of February. However, there was a very significant life change for myself and my family, and I was unable to reach you all. And so I had to figure out and make it a plan and a duty to speak to you all on this last day of February, this last school day in February. So I decided to talk to you all today, this last day or school day in the month of February. We were focusing as a staff and a community on forgiveness, and now, scholars, I want to provide you with an opportunity to learn about forgiveness. Someone very near and dear to me left us with the legacy of forgiveness and reconciliation, and today I want to pass on that jewel of forgiveness to you all. If you can remember, in February, I spoke about forgiveness being a jewel, and how that jewel is really deep inside of us. And oftentimes we have to work really hard to pull that jewel out and shine that jewel of forgiveness. Scholars and staff, I want you all to know that oftentimes in life, things may happen to us. Things may be said about us. We may lose things that we care about. And oftentimes we wonder why. It is important, scholars and staff, that we transition from why, we move from why, and we soar from why, and move into the realm, into the reality, into the power of forgiveness. Forgiving someone who has hurt you or forgiving a situation that has made you feel uneasy isn't just about the external factors. It isn't about the person who has said something or has done something or the person or things that you may have lost. It's about giving yourself the power, the permission, and the opportunity to move forward. Because one thing that we know about unforgiveness is that it has the power to rob you from moving forward. So staff and scholars, as we engage in this last day, school day in the month of February, I want you to always remember, today and always, that you and only you have the power to forgive. No one can force you. Nothing can compel you. It is truly about your heart. We talked about the 3 muscles. That's the smallest muscles in our body and the hardest to work out. The mind, the heart, and the tongue. And all of those things need to be engaged so that the power of forgiveness can allow you to soar. Staff and scholars, you know that I love you. Please remember today and always that you're great. You have greatness inside of you and you're soaring to great places. Have a great day.